Welcome to Redvee TV, post-Magic weekend, pre-Castleford on Thursday night. It's not the greatest night to be going over the Pennines, but we travel in high hopes.
It's probably not the best night to be doing this after we've had a lorry come past us. They've just put music on in the stadium. Yeah, to be honest, it's not great going over there on a Thursday night. It does impact fans. I mean, it'll impact me. I'm not going on Thursday due to work commitments. But
Who's paying me petrol?
You'll have to pay it on your own, won't you? But yeah, if we can turn up and put a performance in similar to the one we did in the Challenge Cup and keep them at arm's length, there's no reason why we can't come back away with the 2 points.
And I think as obviously we're just going there a couple of weeks ago and coming away with probably a comprehensive victory, there's probably no need to deviate from the script, is there? Just go there again and play the same? Yeah,
I think you've got to be a bit wary because after Magic Weekend, Castleford decided to move McShane back to hooker and actually start Truman. And
you mean common sense?
Yeah, just as it square pegs and square holes. It makes sense playing players in the actual position, and Castleford looked a whole lot better for it. And if they come out with the same like vim and vigour, then Saints will be in for a much tougher game than we got in the Challenge Cup.
Only the one change this week. Kyle Amor comes back into the 19 for Matty Lees, and you'd probably have to assume that Justin Holbrook will just make that one change.
Yeah, you'd imagine so. I think he's alluded as much in his comments in the press that Amor will literally just slot straight back into the 17. I think there were some worries about Makinson, but he said that he's fit and he'll play, so it would be a surprise to see Adam Swift come back in. But I wouldn't rule it out just if there is a little reoccurrence in the next 24 hours.
Is there potential for after the Lord Mayor show? I don't know, there's just that niggly feeling that we might come away with a defeat and you think, well, at least we won the one that matters there a couple of weeks ago. I don't know.
I think they all matter. I think Saints are currently going in with that attitude. You can't win every game 60-odd points to not very many. As we found. And to be honest, just grinding out wins, you're going to have a lull in the season and you're going to start just putting a couple of, not dodgy performances in, because if we do talk about Magic Weekend, we've probably played in second gear and kept Widnes at arm's length as well. But yeah, as long as you're coming away and getting the win, and I know we don't like the talk of the grind or anything like that, but grind out results, that's all that matters, getting the 2 points so we can finish in one of those top 2 positions, ideally.
See,
first.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, sorry.
Maybe it's just me, but even under the really good sides that we had, the Ian Millwood sides, the Daniel Anderson sides, Saints always had a habit occasionally of playing to the standard of the opposition. We used to go to Wakefield away. I remember it used to be really high-scoring games, and it was like, it wasn't our style, but we just used to sometimes fall into the trap, and it felt like a little bit like that against Widnes on Monday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, I remember a game down at Knowsley Road which we drew with Castleford, and it was a high-scoring draw, and people kind of don't remember those games. I remember Saints actually got booed off that day as well.
There was plenty of awful games,
and there's rose-tinted specs that obviously everything that every game had a wide to west moment. Every game had a trophy at the end of it, and that's not the case. And yeah, you do go over there and you might be lulled. It may be an attitude thing that even on Saturday, did we go over there and think that we'd already won the game? As fans, we fell into that trap.
I think Justin Holbrook alluded to it in his post-match press conference. He said it's really, really hard for the players where everybody's already given them the win.
Yeah.
And you want to go out there somewhere like Magic on that stage, and you want to play the best game ever. And it doesn't always come out like that. But at the sign of a good side, it's the old adage: not playing well, but still winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I say not playing well, we didn't concede a point in the second half.
I was just going to say, not playing well, was it second gear? Were we lax or was it second gear?
We could have always stepped up a few more, easily.
I think so. I did text you during the game while you're doing commentary saying I felt like it was one of those games. It wasn't one of those where you thought, oh, we're going to end up losing this, but it's just one of them games that Widnes were just going to keep chipping away. And I think I said it previously, you're always going to get that honest, tough performance from Widnes.
See, I think I said during the game, I said, I never ever felt we were going to be in a position where we were going to lose, but the problem is, if you don't put the game to bed, you always leave yourself in that last 10 minutes, potentially with the opposition thinking, we've got half a chance here, and the bad bounce of the ball or a bad decision goes against you, and all of a sudden you're going to lose a game, and you sit there afterwards thinking, how on earth did we lose that?
Yeah.
But we were professional in that second half when we came out, so we just got the job done.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you can't ask for much more than that, just actually getting the win, coming away. And yeah, we all wanted an absolutely superb performance. Again, in front of 30-odd thousand fans at Magic Weekend, with loads more watching on telly. It's a big occasion. We can't get away from that. It's a massive occasion. And to be honest, just getting the job done, getting the 2 points was the main thing about it.
Now, onto the big news of the day. It's finally been confirmed. It's been like the world's worst kept secret, it appears. Kevin Nagama, as we believe it's pronounced, has signed a 3-year deal with the club. For me, great signing, but I don't think it necessarily spells the end of Ben Barber, as some predict.
No, can we just call him Fiji and Kev, just in case we don't know how we're pronouncing his name?
Fiji Kev.
That'll do.
Fiji Kev.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the club, Eamon McManus himself has come out and said, issued a hands-off warning, as it's been phrased. I don't think it necessarily spells the end for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he went at the end of the year. Don't get me wrong.
You know, I wouldn't, and I think he said that all along. Now he'll look at the situation then. But at the end of the day, he's under contract for 2 years. We can demand a transfer fee if he is to go. And for me, we've signed Nagama, whether it means maybe Matty Swift's going to be shipped out at the end of the year, whether Ryan Morgan leaves the club, you just don't know. And my feeling is if Ben Barber went, then we'd have that Ben Barber wage to spend elsewhere in the squad.
Well, he's one of your marquee players, so he's not even counted on the cap, is he?
I'm not necessarily sure Kevin Nagama's going to be on a marquee wage. To be fair, when the lad gets here, he's going to be 30 years old, and he's on a 3-year deal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we signed Ryan Morgan as someone who could have been a centre for us for the next 8 years. And with all the stuff coming out from the club, because if you read actually the statement, they actually refer to Nagama as a centre. They don't refer to him as he can play wing, he can play full.
Oh, do you know what? The traditional he's a utility player statement. Do you know what? We've stopped signing them players, haven't we? We've started signing players who actually play in a position. Even though we can, anyway, a Fiji Kev can play utility, but he's a centre, isn't he? Yeah. And that's where he's going to play in this side.
I'd just love to see the Her combination if he plays alongside Regan Grace, though.
Best throw on the wing.
Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be magnificent to see them two in full flow.
But yeah, exciting signing.
Definitely. Not only that, he's captain of his country. So, sorry, I'm getting all emotionally.
Should bring good leadership qualities.
Yeah, good leadership qualities. And you need that throughout a team. You can't just have one captain. You've got to have leaders throughout the team. All good teams do. You think back to when we had Sean Long, Paul Sculthorpe, Paul Wellens, all in the same team. They were all leaders.
You just look at, obviously, the potential that Justin Holbrook's brought to the side and Ben Barber, where now we've made ourselves an attractive place to come once again. And it seems like, as the tide turned a little bit, yeah, you're not getting marquee Aussies in the peak of the career, bar Ben Barber for other reasons, but decent Aussie players, I think, can now come over. Come to us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, to be honest, we've always had that marketability. Aussies do watch, especially the Challenge Cup, I think, and they do know the famous names in rugby, St Helens, they know Wigan and Leeds, the likes, and they're always going to come over here. And if they travel over, or if they see the likes of the stadium here behind us and are impressed by the facilities, then they're going to come over here. If they want to give it a shot over here, why not? They're going to come here before they go to Hull KR or.
See, that's the thing for me. Do you know what? Eamon and Mike Rush and the rest of the board level got a lot of stick over the last few years, and the tide's turned, hasn't it? Yeah. They're getting it right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
at the end of the day, if we don't win a trophy this season, it's nothing to do at board level. They've provided all the tools for Justin Holbrook and the players to work with, and it's just going to come down to whether we peak at the right time and we get that little bit of luck that every side needs.
Yeah, absolutely. And fair play to them. I mean, they've made tough decisions along the way as well. I'm sure it wasn't easy parting ways with Kieran Cunningham, such as a legend he is, and he always will be. I know some people will know him just as a coach rather than a player, or more of a coach than a player, but he's still a Saints legend, and it will have been a really tough decision. But fair play to him. As you say, they've given the playing side all the tools they need, and hopefully they can continue with that.
Last week of the week, Saints women defeating the Leeds Rhinos 2014 in the Women's Super League of the weekend, maintaining the grip at the top of the table. And I think I put a tweet out saying I watched a lot of the Magic games, but the best game of the weekend was the women's game. It was a great afternoon down at Crusader Park.
Yeah, can't disagree with that.
Got a tan as well.
Yeah, a bit of one. You can just see the white marks here. Yeah, it was a great game. In jeopardy until right at the end when Saints bundled one of the Leeds players into touch. Could have finished in a draw, and to beat the unbeaten Leeds Rhinos was an absolutely great result, and you could tell that they worked on loads since the Wigan game.
See, I was worried after the Wigan game. I watched it and the performance wasn't great, and you're seeing these reports of Leeds unbeaten. They'd beat Wigan themselves already, and part of your fear was, oh no, is it going to come crashing down? But whatever the girls and the coach Mark Brennan worked on during the week, I tell you what, it certainly had an effect.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we said there was no shortage of application in the Wigan game, but everything kind of came together for the Leeds one. They still could have probably scored more points. There were a couple of opportunities. I mean, both teams did drop a lot of ball. It was hot down there in really warm conditions, so much so there were a couple of water breaks during the game as well. But yeah, it was a great game, and to be honest, if you're just thinking about going down, I sound like the spokesman for him, but if you're just thinking of going down, listen, have a look out for the fixtures. We'll tweet them out. Get down there.
Yeah, I think there's no game this weekend, but the Challenge Cup game in a couple of weeks, and we're hopeful that obviously there's talk of potentially the game taking place here at the Totally Wicked before the Challenge Cup men's game.
That could be the best advertisement they get. The best advertisement they get. People getting in early. They might not catch the full game, they might catch the second half or whatever.
But it's a big advertisement.
It's a massive advertisement. Get down here early and come and watch it, because it is a good standard.
I tell you what, the defence though at the weekend.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what?
Tremendous.
It's taking a leaf out of the men's book this season. It was goal line defence for the last 10 minutes, and to stop them on Leeds basically in the corner on the last play of the game to secure the victory. Great victory, and we march on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else to add?
Not from me.
The stadium open for the community. Great community hub down here at Saints. I think it sounds like there's dancing going on tonight. I think Don Payru might be in there.
They're probably leading it on.
Yeah, right. I will see you Thursday night. I might be on my own. I'll see who I can grab to come on with us, because Kev's going to have his feet up after work. Like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you after Thursday's game and next week on Redvee TV.